Hi, Stuart here. New video, new country, new place to paddle. It's been a long time in the making, however, we've finally made it to Vancouver Island to do a tour with Mike at Mountain and Sea Guides at Applecross. And we're here as part of a guided tour with myself and Ali and George and a bunch of others that you'll see in the videos. And here we are today, night one at Johnston Strait. Already seen some bald eagles and sea lion, and just waiting for the Orca to come past at the moment. Let me show you where we are. So we've set up camp here, I'll show you in a second. Very calm today. So Johnston Strait is pretty famous for Orca coming up and down here, so we're going to be playing here a fair bit tomorrow and coming back this way as well at the end of the week. This is a 7-day trip. Yeah, we paddled out of Telegraph Cove. We flew into Port Hardy and stayed at Port McNeill, and yeah, we've been lucky with the weather. Super excited to see some interesting wildlife and do some camping. We've had the chat around bears and cougars and what we need to do if we see them. Yeah, not so sure what will happen if I actually see them, but anyway, let's go and have a look at the campsite. Hi, George. Where are we, George?
We're in Canada, aren't we?
Yeah, I've already mentioned that, to be fair.
Okay. I can't remember the name of the site, I'm afraid.
No, me neither, but we'll put it on the map. Let's go and have a look at the campsite. These boats are actually pretty decent. Massive size. Got rudders on them that actually work if you want them to. Yeah, loads of room. I think we're going to have a beautiful sunset here, but let's go and have a look through the camp. There's some food hanging up in the trees there from other campers.
See here, just moving home.
Mike's moving his house. What was wrong with it? Were you not happy? You weren't happy? Oh, yeah. They might stand in your tent to get up to it.
There's only a wee spindly branch there.
Yeah. Right, so, here's the tent. There's George's tent. Here's the rest of the camp. Hi, Davey.
Hey, yeah.
You a subscriber?
No,
What?
no yet. I'm on it.
We're going to have words, mate. And Mike's knocking up a cup of tea for later on. It's nice though, isn't it? Morning. Here we are, the morning of day 2. Just waking up at our campsite at Kaikash Creek, which is about 9-10 kilometres down the coast from where we started at Telegraph Cove, and it's a bit clagged in. It's been like this the last couple of mornings around here when we've been in Vancouver Island, but it'll hopefully burn off. Don't fancy paddling too much in that. Last night Mike made an excellent meal as usual, and where we were sat over there by the kayaks, just as sun was setting, we could see the silhouette of a bear walking down this beach and turning rocks looking for crabs. So that was quite exciting. Brought home the reality of a black bear just maybe 70 or 80 metres from us. And then through the night, about 4:30, we could clearly hear a pod of orca going past here. You can hear their breathing as they come up. And there's been a little bit more this morning, but talking to Mike there, he says that's some porpoise just dotting about. Can't see very far out here, sadly, but so that's where we are. So it's about 6:30 in the morning. Not everybody's up yet. It's only just got light, to be honest. So what's the plan for today? I don't know. We've not had the briefing. So essentially, if it's same as what we were told yesterday, we're going to spend some time here in the Johnston Strait looking for orca again. We've heard them, haven't seen them yet. So I'm looking forward to seeing them. That would be phenomenal. So yeah, we'll keep you updated. What else to tell you? Slept not bad. It's very damp here at the moment, just with this fog. So I think we're going to get some coffee on and make a plan for the day. That's nice. That's what we came for. Wow. Looks like 2 adults and 1 calf. So after seeing the orca this morning, we crossed over the Johnston Strait and stopped for a bit of lunch at this lovely campsite, which hopefully I can throw in a photo of. Just before that, I saw a sea otter, which is not like any otter I've ever seen before. I tried to catch some footage of it, so if I did see it, then I guess you'll be seeing it too. But yeah, then there was a sea lion and another bald eagle. So we've been on some porpoise. We have been very lucky this morning, and we're now heading into humpback territory. Yeah, it's been a bit misty and then sunny, and now we're just heading back into the mist again. So hopefully it lifts later on to have a nice evening. And if we get to the camp that Mike wants us to get to, it's meant to be a small rocky island with amazing views. So let's see.
He's coming right over underneath me. He is literally right underneath me. He's looking up at me. That's really cool.
We are heading to night 2 campsite, which is on one of these islands up ahead. And we just happen to be paddling through the home of humpback whales. Orca over to the right has just been called. Oh, this is phenomenal around here. Where is he? Where is he? Yeah, so we've got humpback whales on the left of us, orca on the right. We've had some inquisitive sea lions. What a day. And the fog's lifted. Look, it's snow-covered mountains. Fantastic. Right. I hear... Oh! There's a whale. It's hard to see them far away, but we'll try and get the drone up and get some shots of the whales, and it'd be great to get some more orca on the drone as well. If any come close, we'll pop on the camera. What a spot. Probably the best day's kayaking ever. Let's see if this day can be beaten. Wow, what a day. So we have arrived at the Cliff Islets. As you can see from the aerial footage, it's pretty phenomenal. As we arrived, we were greeted with orca and humpback whales, and we've set up camp. It's a little bit tricky to camp here. There's not many places to plunk a tent, but yeah, it's worth it for the scenery, as I'm sure you'll agree. So what a day. I've never had as good a day on the boat as I have today, so absolute cracker. If we can get one or two more like that, it would be phenomenal. So don't know what the plan for tomorrow is yet, but yeah, we're just going to sit around for a little bit, have a meal, hopefully get some sleep, and do it all again tomorrow. Jesus. That's nuts. Wow. Oh my god, that is literally 20 meters off the coast. Well, here we are waking up on day 3. Decent night's sleep. It was a bit chilly, I found, but I mean, look at this. You'll see some of the footage of the sunrise. But yeah, what a treat. We are already being given a show with the humpback whales, and probably very hard to see, but there's a golden eagle perched on the rock there. And just behind it to the right, there's a bald eagle perched on a log. I'll see if I can zoom in on a photo, but check this out. Fog's lifted. There's still some actually through the islands where we're going. What a campsite. So this is a leave no trace campsite, which means everything must go, which provides some logistical challenges, but yeah, I guess it's beautiful for a reason. So we might be coming back here later in the week, so if we do, hopefully we can catch some more footage of some whales close up. Right, we'll go and get some breakfast and hit the water. Right then, just launched on day 3 from that beautiful little island which you've seen. Wow, there's some serious wildlife around here. We saw a humpback whale splashing its tail earlier on, which you'll see now, but we're heading, I think they said 24 to 28 kilometres today depending on route, but we're going to a place called Echo Bay, which is deeper into the archipelago. And anyway, there's Ali. You having a good time, Ali?
Incredible. Absolutely
Incredible. I don't know if you can see, but just probably can't see, but is that the golden eagle sat there on the rock?
Yep.
Yeah, so just to the right of the mound with the trees, there's some rocks, and then I'll try and zoom in, crop in on it, but yeah, golden eagle just sat there watching what's going on. Got a little bit of footage last night just from the end of this rock of a humpback. I only got a clip, so but you'll see it coming up to feed. It's quite fantastic. So yeah, this is probably the most scenic campsite certainly I've ever been to anyway. Right, let's crack on. you doing up there, buddy? You can't park there. A crucified starfish. Wow, look at this bit. So, quite lucky there's a young black bear just behind me on the beach, turning rocks over looking for crabs. Oh, standing up. Quite a small one, but I reckon if he stood up he'd still be 6 feet. Lunchtime, day 3. Just stopped and saw those bears, or that bear solo, but that was pretty cool. We have this lunch where you bring your oat cakes and we put some cheese on it and a bit of honey, and it's pretty Moorish. It packs a punch. It doesn't take a lot to bring it. It's a good little lunch actually. So I think we've done 10k this morning. I think there's another 10 to 15, maybe 18 to go, so yeah, see if the back holds out. Just stopped for a quick leg stretch and a pee break. Past a place called Insect Island over there, I think. And we have about, I think, 10k to paddle. What's the time? 20 past 2, so I suspect 10k by the time we mess about. It's going to be at least a couple hours. Set up camp tonight, and hopefully we can catch some rays to charge up some stuff with the solar panel. And yeah, this is a bonny wee bit though. As you can see, it's haven't seen any other paddlers for a long time. Quite remote, but that's what we're here for. Oh, there's a crab here hanging on the cliff, and then a couple more starfish over here. Oh. Destination for the end of day 3. There's a couple of cabins and stuff down there. We'll go and see. We're going to the big building with a boat outside it. Echo Bay. This is night 3. camping, Echo Bay. No, yeah, Echo Bay. Here's a little doer-upper. There's the team.
It's cold. Oh, you get used to it. It is nice though.
Morning from day 4. Whew, didn't sleep that well. Beautiful background though. Still at Echo Beach. Echo Bay, sorry. There's a little seal out in the bay there. I thought I was maybe hearing things last night because about 5 AM this morning you could hear some twigs snapping, and then shortly after that I heard rocks being turned like we saw yesterday from the little bear. Anyway, just checked with my paddle colleague John, and he heard the same thing, so sounds like there was a bear round about the campsite this morning. So that's yeah, I chose not to go for a pee early on. So yeah, the plan for today is we're heading along Fife Sound to, I think, the northernmost camp before starting to head back towards Vancouver Island slowly over the next 2 days after that. So yeah, we'll go and get a coffee and start our day. Packed up early, just started raining, so sitting under a tree waiting for everyone to decamp. Might be a wet one today. We're just in the Birdwood Islands. First stop on day 4. Oh, there he is.
Takeoff. Home point updated.
So yeah, just dropped my DJI mic into the sea, and still seems to be working. But maybe you'll disagree. Maybe it sounds like I'm under the sea. Let's see how we get on.
I'll worry about that tomorrow.
Yeah, don't put holes in the decking. Nice paddle today. 24k. Can't remember exactly where we went. I'll try and show you on a map. But we've ended up on this little island, which we're now not too far to the west side of the archipelago, back into humpback country where we're going tomorrow. And then I think tomorrow night we might be back at the White Cliffs Islets that we were on day 2, where we saw all the action with the humpback whales. So yeah, glad of a slightly shorter day today. It's been calm. Started off with rain this morning, but it's been calm generally. So yeah, fantastic. Great conditions. Couldn't have asked for better. Anyway, better take the food up. Right then, we've made it to camp number 4. And I had a slight unfortunate incident today where I managed to drop the little microphone that we use for this in the sea 3 times. The first time it came unclipped from my buoyancy aid, I managed to pick it out the sea, give it a quick blow, and it seemed to work fine. Then we stopped again, did exactly the same thing. Took me a while to find it, and then when I was trying to dry it, I threw it back in the sea and then found it again. So it's been in a bag of rice for a few hours, and let's see if it turns on. No. So if the microphone on this camera is not quite as good as earlier in the video, then I apologise. I did bring this hoping it would be a useful addition. Yeah, but I think I've thoroughly killed it. Anyway, let's show you the campsite. So, George has taken the soft ground, Ali and I have taken the pad. We've got a phenomenal cooking area here, and then right down to the sea where we've got the boats. There we go, parked all the boats. They're all lined up just in case the tide gets a bit high. But yeah, it is a great view, which I'll show you in a minute. So somebody's left a couple of bags of red wine in the bear box. So we figured it was a gift, so we're getting wire done. We're just heading up Joel Cove to pick up some water out of a river because we're getting low. Fog's back down again to the top of the hills, but the reflections are gorgeous. Mike and Davey are away to get some water. We're on bear watch. No luck here, the river's running dry, not enough flow for it to be safe, so we shall crack on and ration. Join in. So the fog clagged in just the last kilometre and a half to find our campsite. We're coming back here to the White Cliff Islets, and we had to take a bearing there for the last while, but we found it, and then a humpback whale just jumped up behind us, so that was quite nice. Sorry I missed it though. Anyway, Don't know if there's anybody on camp just now. There's some paddlers just left, but we'll go and see. We are back at the Cliff Islets. Camped up there this time. There's nobody here except our team. And it's a funny old day because it's quite blue sky and we're getting beaten down on with the sun, yet we've only got a couple of 100 meters of visibility. Just off to my left I can hear a humpback whale, not very far away, but we can't see it. A little bit frustrating, so unless something changes I might struggle to get the humpback whale footage with the drone, which is challenging in its own right anyway, because they're only up for a couple of breaths, 2 or 3 breaths, and then they're away fishing again, so it's tricky. But anyway, if something happens we'll get it on film. But yeah, back at this one, so we're working our way back down. Hopefully I'll throw a map up, but we're back here, and then tomorrow night we're back at the first night's campsite, which is about 10 kilometres down the coastline from Telegraph Cove where we started. So yep, working our way back down. We've done a great trip so far. The weather's been pretty phenomenal, to be honest, apart from this mist and fog, which is causing a few issues for Viz. The sea state has been really calm the whole time, which has allowed us to get some big miles in and see a lot. So yeah, been really lucky with the weather and the wildlife, to be honest. Anyway, see what tomorrow brings. Oh, the fog's come back in. Did manage to see some orca, actually. A good bit out, but managed to I think I managed to get the drone out and see a little bit. If I did, you'll see it now. But it goes from roasting to freezing here. But we're just making dinner. I say we, Mike and George, just making dinner just now. But it'd be good if it just warmed up, and or at least stayed the same weather for more than 20 minutes. But genuinely, the conditions have been fantastic for paddling, so we can't really complain, I suppose. So yeah, we're having mushroom and German sausage and pasta tonight. Sounds good. Getting hungry actually, so looking forward to that. And yeah, if you ever want to go paddling up in Vancouver Island, then I'd recommend Mike. He's a great chef, a great guide, and a good crack. He likes whiskey. So yeah, let's go see when dinner's ready. Day 6. Slept alright last night, although I did roll my ankle around about dinner time. Don't know if I mentioned that, so I'm limping a little bit. Started off really foggy and now it's just foggy. It's lifted a little bit, so might be able to see where we're going next. Just tidying up the tent, waiting for everyone to get up and we can grab some coffee, bit of cereal, be on our way. And we're moving back into Orca territory. Yeah, be good to see them. Worked herself back down to Johnston Strait, and the sun's starting to come out. See the mountains in the background. Back to Kaikash campsite where we stayed on the first night. Let's see if we can find any big fish. Here's George. We have landed back at Kaikash campsite where we stayed on the first night, and it's night number 6. That's me, the blue one, just drying out. Got a different cooking area tonight because we have no neighbours. Look out the view here. Some tea and coffee getting made.
What is it tonight, Mike?
The meal?
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh my god, it's smelling pretty good.
Does it smell a bit sort of Southeast Asian?
It smells amazing.
Let's stand down there. That's good.
Doesn't it? Is it Thai, did you say? Thai. Smells amazing. Oh, just sent the drone out there. What you'll see now is Pacific white-sided dolphin. A bit of a pack of them trundling around, looking really good. So yeah, it's a gift that keeps on giving here. Ali's down there looking out for orca. Rick's got his binoculars out. And Mike is cooking awesome food as usual. Just waking up on day 7, and yeah, it was a bit foggy again overnight, so everything's damp and wet. But we were treated to the sight of a pod of dolphins ripping past at quite a pace, trying to feed, I guess, along the coastline, as you'll see. So that was pretty good. So the plan is we're just going to head down the coast, try and find some orca, and then bounce back this afternoon to Telegraph Cove. George had a bit of a situation with his tent earlier. So yeah, at least it happened on the last day and not the first. Anyway, we'll get loaded up and on the water and see if we can find any orca on the last day. Quite a nice last morning, paddling down to a conservation area where we're obviously not allowed in, but there's some serious orca activity. We saw a bit, as you'll see, and then still a foggy paddle up, so we're just having our last lunch stop here on day 7. Probably just like not even 2 kilometres further west from Kaikash campsite, which means I think we've probably got maybe an 8 kilometre paddle back to Telegraph Cove this afternoon. Hopefully the sun comes out for that, that would be good. Some guiding companies use pre-built campsites. Anyway, we're on the final push, 8k, let's go. Some of these houses on the entrance to Telegraph Cove are phenomenal. So that's us, a full week, heading back into the cove to drop our kit off and give it a clean, getting a taxi in about an hour. It's been fantastic. We've done quite a few kilometres, this many, and yeah, if you've enjoyed coming along on that and seeing all the wildlife, then I recommend booking up with Mike at Mountain Sea Guides Applecross. There he is there, I'm giving you a plug. Yeah, brilliant guide, brilliant chef. Yeah, it's been fantastic. So, yeah, till next time.